Hey, what's up everybody? Eduardo Talbert here with Monster Tutorials. Check this little guy out. It's a Caterpillar ficus. It's fake. It's a liquid latex, so it turned out pretty cool. I think I'm gonna do a tutorial on this. Out of this video, we're talking about my Halloween decorations. And the video might sound a little bit disjointed because this was over a week or two of decorating a little bit here and there when I had time. So you'll see different days as we went putting the graveyard together, and then I'm also showing you how I put my witch prop. It's not really a prop, I just put some stuff together that people absolutely loved. That was just kind of by accident. So let's get started, and I'll narrate. If at any point it becomes kind of disjointed, I'll fill in with the details. So let's get started. Today I'm starting with the first step of my yard haunt, and that is over here around the corner. Follow me. So the idea is to do a graveyard, and you'll see why. We're going to do a graveyard obviously with some tombstones, and it'll have to be roped off because, you know, to keep the people out of it. So this is the area right here. So that is where the graveyard is going to go. So it's going to be some tombstones. Then between this bush right here where my finger is and this corner right here, we're going to put a chain to block the whole graveyard. So let's get started with that. And I love this watch. Check it out. I can frame myself using the watch. It's awesome. All right, so for the graveyard, I don't have much time, and I haven't like really decorated my house. When I have a choice between decorating the house or making a video, I usually choose to make a video. But this time, since we're making a video outside, we're going to be decorating the graveyard right behind us. As easy as possible. So I got 7 dollar store tombstones, so I'm gonna be using that. I have to find a way to make them a little bit stronger, so a little bit less flimsy, and to put them in the ground, and maybe repaint some of the ones that have glitter. I don't think there's that many tombstones with glitter out there. I have like a boatload of pumpkins, so I'll be using that. I'll be using the Atmos FX Sonic Stone for the speaker to make the noises, you know. So that'll be out there, hidden somewhere. You don't have to hide it because it looks like a rock anyway. And if I have time, the thing is I'm traveling like the whole month of October, but if I have time, we'll finish doing this guy and we'll turn it into a groundbreaker. So he's coming out of one of the tombs. All right, let's get started with this thing. It's been a few days since I did that last video. Now the tombstones are ready. Check it out. Look for a separate tutorial on how I did that. So I'm laying them out the way that I need them. Right, I'm going to put some rebar like this into the ground, and then slide the tombstone onto it with the tube. And I need to make a fence too. All right, I'll see you in a few days. All these guys are ready. Now for ambience, I think I'm gonna go find some dry leaves to throw here. We need to do the gate, but there is the first step of the graveyard. These are the fence posts. The paint's drying, and there is a separate tutorial for that, and I'll link that below as well. So as soon as these dry, we'll go to the graveyard and assemble them. Oh, I think I'm finally done with the graveyard. Let's go check it out. And check it out, Jack is back. There's Elga. There's my studio back there. And here is the graveyard. We have the fence from dollar store items. All the tombstones that we did the makeover on, which are the 7 in the middle. All these are filler that I found at Kroger on clearance, and they're just to make it look a little more dense. I also brought some leaves and some sticks. There is a branch there and a branch with a crow right there. That guy right here, that's Jack's old head. So he's gonna be here memorialized in this graveyard forever. And there are some bones scattered all over. There's a hand hanging right here. And it even has fog and lights. So up here is Bonelope, and above that is a light that illuminates the graveyard with a green light bulb, so it looks like moonlight. Oh, there's the fog. So I have the fog machine behind a fan, so the fan blows the fog into the graveyard. Okay, this is the dining room. We never use this room. We just eat in the kitchen. But anyway, so in this window, as you can see, well, hold on, see that painting? I made that. Anyway, this guy was super popular. Look at that. People were so creeped out by this thing, and I just put this together in like 10 minutes, and this is how I did it. All right, this is just a witch hat that belonged to my wife. It was one of her costumes one year, so I borrowed this guy. There's some like rocker wig that I found on clearance. Bought it for like $2, $3, and when I see a wig for that price, I just buy it. So I decided that would go cool on this guy. Now these are some old costumes from the kids. So this is like a cape, and under it, there is some sort of like Grim Reaper costume, right? And the head itself is a styrofoam head, as you can see. And this was one of those liquid latex masks for which I did a tutorial a couple of years ago. And I'll put the link below if you haven't seen this one. This was my first try at a mask. And I just happened to find this on my studio upstairs. It had fallen in the trash, and I was going to empty the trash, and I saw the mask, and I said, why don't we put this to use? And I took this foam head and drilled some holes and installed those diseased eyes. Now these eyes, I didn't make these. A friend or a viewer, his name is Don, he sent me a box full of eyes one time, and they were amazing. And I was like, these are so cool. And he sent me another box with like 6 more eyes. Well, this is one of the pair of eyes that he sent me that I love because they're so like diseased looking. So I drilled into the foam and make sure that the eyes were lined up so it looks like it's looking at you and not cross-eyed or anything like that. And then put the mask on top. Then I went and borrowed my wife's dress form, and I put this piece of PVC in there. Fits like perfectly. And assembled it. Then on the windowsill I put this lamp. There's one of those short circuit light bulbs, right? So I put it on the ground aiming up, and it would start flashing. People will look into the window and would see this witch looking at them, and they would come to the door and tell me how creepy that was. The neighbors said they hated walking by my house because of this dude. So anyway, that's how I did the witch. Let's keep on with the tour. And that was my graveyard and my decorations. I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think on the comments below. Give it a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you next time. I'm Eduardo Talbert with Monster Tutorials. See ya.